So let's let's start this video out with a tally of how many times the UK shat all over all over someone's freedom of speech. Tally number one goes to Count Dankula, who was arrested for committing the heinous act of, well, making jokes. Tally number two goes to two people. Martin Sellner, one of the main figures in Generation Identity, and Brittany Pettibone, a American journalist, pretty much, went over to the UK for two different reasons. Martin Sellner was going to give a speech, and Brittany Pettibone wanted to do a interview with Tommy Robinson. And for that, they were arrested, detained, and kicked out of the UK. Tally number three goes to Lauren Southern, who was detained and questioned, then kicked out of the UK because she was an extremist, at least in the United Kingdom's eyes. Now, what act of extremism did Lauren Southern commit in order to be called an extremist? Well, you may want to sit down for this one because it's the most brutal fucking act I have ever heard or witnessed. You know, I mean, shame on you, Lauren, for doing this. But the reason why the UK, the United Kingdom, thinks that Lauren Southern is an extremist was because she handed out pamphlets that said Allah is a gay god. Now, for tally number four, the United Kingdom's latest act of fuckery. On May the 5th, 2018, Tommy Robinson, a journalist, an activist, and a founder of the EDL, was arrested while he was reporting on a grooming trial. But he was arrested, and the reasoning behind his arrest, at least the reason that the police gave, was because he was breaching the peace. Now, what is breaching the peace or disturbing the peace? What is the standard for those two things in the United Kingdom? Well, the standard is just to do your fucking job, just to report. Tommy Robinson, he's like any other fucking journalist. He has to report on current events. So, with that being said, a lot of speculation came out that this is a political move by the government of the United Kingdom, and yeah, it was. It was, because you have Tommy Robinson, who was doing nothing, arrested for nothing, and is now staring down the barrel of 13 months in prison, 13 months in a prison that's filled with people who have an axe to grind with Tommy because of his criticisms of Islam. You know, so yeah, I mean, I truly 100% think that this is a political move. But yeah, and it's not even the fact that it is a political move that's scary about it all, really and truly. The thing that scares me the most about it is the way that the UK went about all of this. Now, basically, after arresting Tommy Robinson, and after seeing the backlash that it caused, you know, there was a media blackout imposed in the United Kingdom on the subject of Tommy Robinson and his arrest. Now, since then it has been lifted, you know. However, the scary thing about that is it was lifted when Tommy pleaded guilty. And while some people may say, well, he confessed to being guilty, therefore, you know, case closed. No. All right. Now, the main reason why Tommy pleaded guilty was because he wasn't allowed to talk to his lawyer, and he wasn't allowed to select legal representation. Sorry, tongue tied. But he wasn't allowed to select legal representation for himself. No, he was given a court-appointed incompetent hack instead of that. So in an act to maybe get some leniency on his on the sentence, Tommy pleaded guilty. Another thing that kind of gets me about this case, I mean, well, it doesn't really get to me. I mean, it's no real shocker, but while there was a media blackout on the whole story over in merry old England, over here in America, there was quite a few outlets and journalists who, once again, no fucking surprise, came out and started claiming that everyone who was demanding that Tommy be released is, or neo-Nazis or some bullshit like that, which that's not the case. I mean, there's many a people who want to see Tommy be set freed of the bogus charges that have been set against him, who come from all sides of the fucking political spectrum, well, other than communism. But hell, you have libertarians like myself, you have classical liberals, centrists, left-wing, right-wing, what have you, who are pissed over this, because they see it for what it is. But hell, I mean, once again, no surprise, all these outlets who specialize in fucking personality tests, how they operate, so yeah. Anyway, guys, my final thoughts on the subject is this. It's truly, truly sad to see how far the United Kingdom has fallen. It truly is, because at one point in time, this used to be a place in the West that held principles like freedom of speech in high regard. But now it's turning into fucking North Korea, pretty much. You can speak your mind. You can have the freedom to speak your mind only if it's in favor of the government-approved narrative. That's the way it seems over there. But, and hell, Styx Hexenhammer, he put it best in his video on this subject. It really is a sign of the times over in England when you look at the monument to Orwell, and you see that it's surrounded by fucking cameras as that is watching everyone's move. I mean, that's just really sad. However, and it's kind of hard for me to say this because usually I'm pessimistic when it comes to stuff like this. However, I still have hope for the UK. I still do. I mean, the amount of people who spoke up and protested and demanded that Tommy Robinson be set free, I mean, that just kind of gives me hope, It kind of does. But here's hoping that this bullshit just ends. That nobody has to worry about, being sent off to prison just for, doing your job and speaking your mind, just for that. I hope, I really do, that this shit ends and England cuts it out.
Hey guys, Red Triangle here. Welcome to the end of the video. I'm glad you made it. Anyway, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and most importantly, comment below. Not because I want my stuff to hit the front page of YouTube, but because I genuinely have an interest in what people have to say. Thanks for watching, and peace.